How you doing, YouTube? It's Will from Will Developments, my 456th weekly update. Attempt number 2 to record this because I ran out of room on the phone. Had to delete a bunch of old videos I really should have been hanging on to anyway, but maybe if I'd gotten through it faster, wouldn't have had to worry about that. Regardless, training this week was awesome, actually. It was a great first week back, which is ironic because it's shortly before what's probably going to be a crazy week. Call it a less than consistent week coming up here, but over the weekend it was a lot of fun. I got to do commentary for a live stream strongman show for the first time ever. I've never had the opportunity to do it, so I was very happy to get that chance. And because if there's, part of the reason I started training and working out in general was to try to build confidence. I was the fat kid in high school and middle school and elementary school. And, kids are mean, but honestly, they were right. The bullying definitely, mentally messed me up a lot. And I think in the back of my mind, I'll always be that fat little, 14-year-old kid who's a loser. But training and working out has done a lot to help my confidence. But if there's one thing I've always known it was somebody who enjoys talking and is pretty good at it. And, as you can totally tell by these videos, right? But I've always enjoyed it. People have said I'm good at it, and I've always kind of wanted that chance to showcase it and really see if it did work out that way, if it was something I was good at. And as it turns out, I'm a huge hit. And that's not me talking. That's the owner of the streaming company who did the work. They absolutely loved me, which was a great feeling. It felt awesome to know that somebody who's probably sat through a few really boring commentary people to know that I was able to keep even him entertained, and a good number of people from the competition that rewatched the footage. They also had a really good things to say, to the point where there's a show happening this weekend, and about 10 people, maybe 12, DM'd me about being on the commentary team for that show as well, and I would have loved to have done it, but unfortunately I have a trip planned this weekend already. I will be out of town because I am refurbishing the OSG stones for this year's show. Yeah. And so I just can't do it. I've had this trip planned for about a month and a half now, and there's no way I can change it, and I can't wait any longer because it's one of those things where I can't go up week of and then find out, maybe one set of those stones needs to be replaced, and there's just nothing I can do about it. And I refuse to let that be, quote unquote, how it is. So I need to have at least, 7 days in between checking them out, refurbishing them, and then, the actual show, just in case, there is a particular set there that's just not good. I need to be able to replace them and make sure the athletes have a good experience. That's important to me, to make sure that happens. And yeah, so that's going on this weekend and into next week. But this week went really well. Every single day, squats on Monday went amazing. No major PRs or anything, but I felt strong and I felt good. Got really sore the next day, which was a welcomed feeling. And Tuesday's pressing session was kind of wild. Worked up to 95% actually on an axle clean and press, which I haven't touched in probably about 3 months if I'm thinking about it right. It was funny, I completely failed it the first time, didn't even attempt the press. And then the second time the clean felt a little bit easier, and went for the dip and went to press. And although in a show or a competition I would have failed that rep, my training partner and I both agreed, like, we're going to count that one because I failed it in a way that I've never failed a press before. Normally I press and I get it to about here and then it's like a slow lockout, but this time I just shot right up, and it was so jarring and surprising to me that that's actually why I failed it, because I've never pushed any pressed weight that hard and that fast before that I failed because it just shot up and I was like, whoa, and it just made me super off balance. So that was a crazy cool feeling when that happened. And yeah, and then Thursday on deadlifts, my training partner was like, "I'm gonna go heavy," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I haven't trained in like a week. I'll go heavy again. Why not? Screw it." Worked up to 95% there. Wish it would have moved a little bit faster, but I'm not gonna complain. I do want to focus on my deadlift a little bit more on this next cycle, change things up a little bit. Want to get into the mid 500s by the end of next year, at the very least. There's absolutely no reason I shouldn't be there by now, if I'm being honest. And I think if I just sort of sit down, really work hard on it, change a few things up, really plan it out a little bit better, listen to my body just a little bit more, I really think I'll be able to get those numbers much higher. Honestly, the super lofty goal would be to be at like 600 by the end of next year. We'll see what happens. You know, press and deadlift. That's the two big boys this year, or I should say this coming up year. And then tonight, log went very well. Worked up to 90% on that, which hitting 90% plus on both press days in 1 week, like I got nothing to complain about. I'm still very sore in the shoulders, triceps, and even chest because we decided, hey, we haven't benched in forever. You want to just bench? And I'm like, okay, and yeah, we benched, and that was a lot of fun. And I'm like, we need to just throw this back in the rotation just for like sanity's sake. Plus, it's a good way to overload the triceps, and because we've been doing a lot of incline bench, and I think I'd rather do some more flat benching, just like I said, for sanity's sake. It'd be nice to hit over 315 for the first time on bench. I've never actually done it. I've gotten to like 310, and then just kind of like stopped paying attention to bench for a while. So I think that might be kind of cool to sort of work towards that too. Just be a little more serious with the training. Not that I've not been serious with it in the past, but be serious with it, but also do things that keep it entertaining and fun for both my training partner and I. And then add in some more conditioning stuff. So that's the plan. The plan for training next week, who knows? I have a soft deadline on myself for Monday to be done with the stones by Monday evening so I can leave Tuesday morning and come back home. But the absolute worst case deadline is Tuesday night. So in theory, I could do two crates a day of finishing of the stones up there. The dream, absolute dream, would be to get through three, and then three because there's six total, and just be done by Monday. Even Monday afternoon would be lovely. But I've done it before now. I know the environment I'm working in, assuming the power doesn't go out on me like it did last time. I'm more experienced now. I know what to expect. I even have better, I don't want to say planning, but I've got better idea of what I need to do. My game plan is a little bit more, yeah, my game plan is stronger this year to get them done. So I kind of see no reason why I couldn't crank them out pretty quick, but I'm also not going to kill myself at it. I'm not going to, if I've got two left and I've been in there from 6 a.m. and it's 8 p.m. and I've got two more crates to do, like, no, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'll just come back on Monday and then just finish them then. And honestly, it's me, and I know me. I'm so stupid and stubborn that I'll be like, well, I'm done. I want to go home. And I'll just start driving home like Monday evening because that's me. That's what I do. And then I'll just drive till I'm almost half dead tired, and then I'll pull over to a rest area, take a nap for an hour. Who am I kidding? It's me. I'll nap for 20 minutes, and then I'll get back on the road, and then I'll get home, Tuesday morning, and then sleep, because that's how I do. Because when I'm done with a job, I just want to be home, and that's just what I like to do. So, fun part is, and wish me luck, I picked the mystery car this time. Last time I went up there, I was actually bringing a bunch of stones with me, and so I had to get a specific type of vehicle. I actually got like a small SUV, and that thing had like a 1,500 payload capacity. It was insane. And I tested it too, and it made it. It definitely made it pretty good. So got the mystery car this time, and I'm hoping that allows me a little bit of flexibility. Because if they try to offer me a sports car, I don't really want it. I would much rather get like a hybrid because it would be pretty sweet to like drive up there and back on like 3 tanks of gas. I know hybrids don't really work that way, but if I can get like 400 miles on 1 tank, and then the tanks on those things, I know they're like 10 gallons or something. That would be awesome. So I am hoping that affords me a little bit of flexibility. Like if they want to offer me a sports car, and I'll be like, do you have a sedan or a hybrid I could grab instead? We'll see. I don't know how they're going to be. You never know how they are. Sometimes there's those rental places. So wish me luck, and I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. I think Canada has a holiday too. Is it Boxing Day or something like that? I don't know. You guys have the Queen on your money, so whatever. Um, but yeah, enjoy your Thanksgiving and wish me luck tomorrow when I pick up my car and driving up there and driving back. God, that's the problem. If I have to leave on Wednesday or Tuesday evening, I know Wednesday's going to be nuts because people are going to be coming down from the north exactly the way I'm going. So, wish me luck, and I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. If you don't, then what's your excuse?